It was a Friday night in Cedar Pines, the kind of suburban enclave where the grass was always too green, the mailboxes too uniform, and the HOA emails too frequent. I had been looking forward to this night all week, a small garage party with friends, a few snacks, some music, and maybe, if we were lucky, a laugh that would last past midnight. Nothing wild, nothing illegal, just off-duty fun. I had spent the afternoon stringing up fairy lights in the garage, moving chairs around to make space for dancing, and setting a playlist that was equal parts chill and high energy. The air smelled faintly of grilled sausages, popcorn, and my neighbor Karen's obsession with perfection, though she was nowhere in sight at the moment.
Karen.
Oh, Karen. HOA chairperson extraordinaire, professional complainer, self-appointed sheriff of our tiny neighborhood. Her reputation was well-earned. She was the type to measure the exact number of decibels a lawnmower produced or to take photos of neighbors' trash cans in the morning as if documenting crimes against suburban order. Honestly, most people avoided her for their own sanity, but that night, I wasn't thinking about HOA politics. Friends started arriving around 7. First came Lisa and Marco, both off-duty police officers, the kind who could tell you the serial number of a taser faster than I could untangle my headphones. Then came Javier, a retired firefighter, and a few others who all carried the same unspoken rule. Relax, unwind, forget the world outside for a couple of hours. Music started, laughter followed, and the garage filled with the low hum of conversation mixed with the occasional upbeat track from the playlist. The fairy lights cast warm shadows, and the party felt exactly like what it was meant to be. Harmless, low-key, an escape from the weekday grind. Of course, paradise doesn't last in Cedar Pines. Somewhere along the block, Karen had noticed our garage lights flickering through her telescope. I swear she is one. And, with the precision of a hawk, she had already dialed 911. Her message was a curious mix of panic and authority. There's a loud gathering in the garage at my address. It sounds suspicious. Maybe illegal. I didn't know this at the time. I was busy dancing, awkwardly with Marco, to a remix of a song we all pretended to know the lyrics to. Lisa was recounting a story from the precinct, gesturing wildly. Javier had just opened a cooler and was offering everyone soda. Everything was perfectly normal. The first knock at the door was subtle. I didn't even register it at first. Then, a second, louder one. And finally, a deep, authoritative voice from outside. Cedar Pines Police. Open up. Time seemed to slow. I froze mid-step, Marco froze mid-guitar air solo, and Lisa's eyes widened just slightly. Javier grinned, knowing exactly what was coming. I had absolutely no idea. I ran to the door, my heart racing. Hello. Everything okay? I asked, trying to sound casual. The officer outside looked serious, professional, ready to handle whatever noise complaint this was. He raised a hand. We received a report of a party here. We just need to check in, make sure everything's under control. I swallowed.
Oh.
Yeah, we're fine. Just a few friends hanging out, really low-key. You know, music, snacks. My words trailed off as the realization hit. These weren't strangers. I saw the faint outline of familiar uniforms, or maybe it was the way they carried themselves. Before I could panic, one of the officers stepped forward and said with a grin, "You mean this party?" Then it clicked. The first officer removed his jacket, and it wasn't a police jacket. It was a leather jacket over a shirt that read, "Off-duty, but never off guard." Lisa, who had been trying not to laugh, finally broke. Every head in the garage turned pale. Every beat of music seemed to stop. The room was quiet except for the soft hum of fairy lights. I blinked. Karen called,
Marco Bruanet.
"Oh no, the HOA apocalypse." One of the off-duty officers, my friend Eric, stepped up, still smirking.
Yeah, Karen.
Over there. Somewhere, probably drafting a strongly worded email to the board while dialing her phone again. And that's when the reality hit. Karen had just tried to escalate a harmless garage party into a full-blown police intervention against a room full of off-duty cops. I laughed nervously, not sure whether it was relief or terror. The officers, still friendly, started joking among themselves. "Well," Eric said, She's about to learn the difference between active duty and off-duty. This is going to be fun. I couldn't tell if I should be embarrassed or proud. My garage, my music, my snacks, and now a potential HOA showdown for the ages. But this was only the beginning.